Do you ever feel like your own worst critic? That little voice in your head that whispers, you can't do this, or you're not good enough. Well, today, we're going to learn how to silence that voice for good. We're talking about reprogramming your mind to overcome self-doubt and build unstoppable confidence. Let's get started. The very first step, and honestly the most crucial one, is awareness. So many of our negative thoughts run on autopilot. We've repeated them so often that we start believing they're absolute truths. But here's the secret, they're not. The key is to catch these thoughts the moment they pop up. When you hear yourself thinking, I'm going to fail, or I always mess things up, just pause. Take a breath and tell yourself, okay, that's just a thought, not a fact. Think of yourself as a detective of your own mind. When you spot a negative thought, you can even say it out loud or write it down. This simple act breaks the silent, destructive loop that's been running in the background. By labeling it there's that I am not good enough thought again, you create distance. You start to see it for what it is, a fleeting and helpful pattern, not a reflection of your reality. This gives you the power to choose not to believe it. Once you've caught that negative thought, it's time to put it on trial. This is step 2, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? What's the actual evidence? Our brains have a funny habit of focusing on our failures while completely ignoring our successes. So, if you're thinking, I mess everything up, actively search for counter-evidence. Think about a time you handled a project well, helped a friend, or learned a new skill. You'll quickly realize that these sweeping negative statements are just exaggerations. They're cognitive distortions, not reality. Your brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. So if you constantly feed it stories of failure, that's the reality it will create. By questioning these thoughts, you stop reinforcing those false beliefs and begin to strip them of their power. You're essentially telling your brain, hey, let's look at the full picture here. Now for the fun part, replacement. Step 3 is to replace the negative thought with an empowering one. This isn't about toxic positivity or pretending problems don't exist. It's about giving your brain a better, more constructive script to work with. So, instead of I can't do this, try shifting to, this is challenging, but I'm capable of learning and figuring it out. Instead of I'm not smart enough, how about I have unique strengths, and I'm growing every single day. These new thoughts are called affirmations, and they work wonders when practiced consistently. You can write them on sticky notes, repeat them during your morning routine, or say them to yourself before a big meeting. At first, it might feel a little awkward, but with repetition, these empowering beliefs will start to feel more natural. You're literally carving new, positive neural pathways in your brain. Let's talk about the power of your imagination. Negative thinking often involves us playing a mental movie of the worst-case scenario over and over. This constant stream of doom and gloom fuels our self-doubt and anxiety. The fourth step is to flip the script with visualization. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself succeeding. Picture yourself facing that presentation, nailing that interview, or navigating a tough conversation with grace and confidence. Feel the emotions associated with that success. What does it feel like to be confident? What does it feel like to be proud of your accomplishment? This isn't just daydreaming, it's a rehearsal for your brain. By visualizing positive outcomes, you're training your mind to believe that success is not only possible but expected. This reduces anxiety and actually boosts your motivation to take the actions needed to make that vision a reality. Here's a super simple but incredibly powerful trick for you. It's just one word, but it can completely change your perspective. The fifth step is to add the word yet to your negative statements. For instance, instead of saying, I don't understand this, try, I don't understand this yet. Instead of, I'm not good at public speaking, say, I'm not good at public speaking yet. See what that does? It immediately reframes the statement from a permanent flaw into a temporary state, yet implies that growth and improvement are on the horizon. It fosters what's known as a growth mindset, where challenges are seen as opportunities to learn, not as indicators of failure. This tiny linguistic shift reminds you that your current abilities don't define your future potential. You are a work in progress, and that's a beautiful thing. Many of us are trapped by the idea of perfection. We believe that if we're not flawless, we failed. This creates an impossible standard and an immense amount of pressure, which is a breeding ground for self-doubt. So, the sixth step is to shift your focus from perfection to progress. Instead of aiming for a flawless outcome, celebrate the small steps forward. Did you work on a project for 15 minutes today? That's a win. Did you speak up in a meeting, even if your voice shook a little? That's progress. Celebrate these small victories. They are tangible proof that you are moving forward and overcoming your self-doubt. Progress builds momentum and confidence in a sustainable way, without the crushing weight of trying to be perfect. Remember, it's about the journey, not just the destination. Every small step is a step in the right direction. Your environment has a massive impact on your mindset. If you're surrounded by people who are constantly complaining or doubting themselves, it's easy to absorb that negativity. That's why the seventh step is to curate a positive environment. Take a look at who you follow on social media, the podcasts you listen to, and the people you spend the most time with. Make a conscious effort to fill your life with uplifting and supportive influences. Follow accounts that inspire you. Listen to podcasts that motivate you. Spend time with friends who cheer you on and believe in your potential. A positive environment acts like a greenhouse for your growth, helping you cultivate an optimistic and resilient mindset. It makes it so much easier to stay on track when you're surrounded by positivity. Finally, let's talk about two of the most powerful antidotes to negativity: gratitude and self-compassion. Negative thoughts thrive by pointing out what's wrong or what's missing. The eighth and final step is to counteract this by intentionally focusing on the good. A simple practice is to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. It could be a sunny day, a good cup of coffee, or a kind word from a stranger. This practice trains your brain to scan for positives instead of negatives. And when you do stumble, because you will, we all do, practice self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and gently encourage yourself to try again. Self-compassion creates a safe internal space for you to grow without fear of judgment. It's the ultimate act of self-support. So there you have it, 8 powerful steps to reprogram your thinking and conquer self-doubt. It starts with awareness, then challenging, replacing, and visualizing. Add yet to your vocabulary, focus on progress over perfection, curate a positive environment, and practice gratitude and self-compassion. This is a journey, not an overnight fix, but every step you take brings you closer to a more confident and empowered you. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content on building a better mindset. I'd love to hear which of these steps you're going to try first. So drop a comment below. Until next time, be kind to yourself.